Hello everyone, welcome to Moogle Speak. It's been such a long time. I am your host, Cindy, and it's been months since I've done this. I've been really kind of pushing it away. I know I wanted to do Moogle Speak since after I finished school, but honestly I was kind of at a loss of what to talk about because the beta was ongoing or about to happen, and I didn't want to say anything, and honestly it had been such a while that I didn't know where to start. So, however, recently things have kind of blossomed in the Final Fantasy XIV world, and we've had an NDA lift for the media. So there's been a whole lot of buzz going on, and the official site has been updated quite a bit with new screenshots and information on classes and beastmen and yeah, all kinds of stuff. So definitely check out FinalFantasy14.com. Pretty sure that's what it's called. And then also they have their official blog there, which gives hints on what's going to happen in A Realm Reborn. I mean, it's very vague, and it's a lot of hints on what's going on in the beta, but they are fun to read. They are written by the community representatives, I believe, and yeah, they're written in a very light, comical kind of fashion, and it's a lot of fun. And I actually am really happy that Square Enix is a lot more interactive with the community, with us as fans, that they have been in the past. That this Final Fantasy XIV development team has really done a lot of work and paved the road for, hopefully, for the rest of Square Enix to take note and start to be a little bit more out there with us. I think they need to listen to us more, and because, you know, fans, we don't just play Final Fantasy, we play other games, and we get, you know, we get to see what other people are doing, and we do understand that, you know, fresh ideas are important, and Square Enix used to be really good at that, at innovating their own brand, their own stories, their own RPGs, and it feels like they haven't done that in a while, or what they've tried for some reason just didn't really work out. I've seen with, you know, Final Fantasy XIV, Fantasy 12 kind of fell flat a little bit, and then 13 just totally fell flat, and it's just kind of been like that the whole time. And I know they've been trying other things, but it's just, you know, it's like they don't really know what to do other than what they've done, the true and tried. So anyway, and I could talk a long time about that. Actually, let's what's going on with 14 right now is kind of similar in a way. Now that the NDA's been sort of lifted for the media, I can talk a little bit about that. I'm not going to talk about my own impressions of the beta because the actual NDA has not been lifted for the rest of us, but this is what has been talked about a little bit on these articles. Before I start, let me say that the articles can be found on different sites. Massively, for one of them, Elliot wrote about his impressions. Now, Elliot's article was really light. There wasn't much to it, honestly. It's just saying, rehashing what he said before when he went to see Square Enix in person, I think a couple months ago, and which was cool. But he rehashed that, and then he just said he was a fan, basically. So there wasn't much there. Gamer Escape Fusion X has written down his own impressions, and he has a bit more meat in his stuff, and you know what. His impressions are very positive, very nice, and it's a good read. And then we've got Dual Shockers, which is by Abriel, which I can't remember his name. He's got like this long name. Anyway, G something, or yeah, G something, I don't know. G-Man has written about yeah, his impression of the one, and his is very, very detailed on dualshockers.com. That article is probably the best one. Abriel's been a fan for a long, long time. He's been a vocal fan, and yeah, his stuff is really well done, well written, but it is very much from a true fan's perspective. So if you want something that's a little bit less biased, sorry, G, but it's true, go to probably Game Breaker. I don't like Gamebreaker as a site myself. I don't frequent it, but I will admit that that article was really good. And it was from someone that's not really a fan. It was very fair, I found. So yeah, go to Game Breaker. Read the comments. Some of the comments are kind of frustrating, but some of them are pretty much dead on. So yeah, if you want to see a good impression of the beta, definitely do that. I will say that most people, how they feel about the beta is a lot more positive than the last time. At the 1.0 beta, that was just overwhelmingly negative. And there was the hardcore fans, those of us that were like, no, it's okay, it's gonna be fun, they're all gonna patch that later. Yeah, that didn't happen. And and you should not believe, even as a hardcore fan, that would happen. That's why I was kind of skeptical when I was in the Secret World beta, because I could not see the beta and the launch being that different from each other, and they really weren't. What changed my mind for me was the lead director of the, oh my god, the man behind the secret journey, the longest journey, and all that. I forget his name right now. Whatever. You know who I'm talking about if you're a fan of Longest Journey in the Secret World. Anyway, he wrote a post and it totally changed my mind. Sometimes it just takes a really charismatic person to change your mind on something. That's what happened. But anyway, enough about that. What else is there? Let me see. There were other. I'm just looking on the. Oh, this is what I'm looking on right now is the Google Plus Final Fantasy XIV community. I believe there's two community. The one that I'm part of has 706 members right now, and it's called Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. And I don't know what the other community is, but yeah, that's the one I'm part of. So, and I don't have any experience with the other community. I don't know how it is, but this is the one where I think most of the people that I recognize from the Final Fantasy XIV community are part of. Like people I see on forums, people I see on Gamerscape, people I see on other sites and stuff like that I've seen a long time on Distant World, Linkshaw, that I'm part of, on Massimune, what used to be Massimune. Yeah, they're on this mostly. So, okay, I'm just looking for other articles. Anyway, there's been a whole bunch of articles on stuff, like Dual Shockers. This one is, let me see, PC games, and I don't know what that is. But yeah, this one not too bad either. Not too bad. I don't know this site. I think it's a newer site or whatever. It doesn't have a lot of traffic, it looks like. Anyway, so basically those are the articles you should read. And but what just want to talk about a little bit of what they say. They talked about, I don't remember exactly which article I read this, because I read them yesterday or the day before, and my mind is like attention span of a fruit fly, really. You'll know this if you've well, if you watch my videos, because I just skip around a lot, and if you watch my live chats, then you see me really distracted. I'm like, oh, a question. But anyway, and see, now I lost track of what I was talking about. There's going to be a lot of editing in this one, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just keep going as I am. Anyways, yes. So what they were talking about in the articles, one of the things that caught my attention was the environment. So Fusion X, I think, was saying that the environments are a lot better than 1.0. I mean, the graphics are different. They're not the same graphics that we have that we had in 1.0. It's not that they're worse, that they're bad or whatever. They're just the lighting, for example, is way better. The shadows are better, way better than in 1.0. They don't take as much memory. However, the textures are not as vibrant as in 1.0. A lot of people like just went off about the grass and stuff. Also, in the beta 1 and 2 phase, you know, there was only up to a certain point that the textures were up to only to a certain level. There's probably more later on, so we'll see how that is. But if you look at the screenshots that were provided for these media events or impressions, those are really nice screenshots. The the only critique I have against the screenshots, I'm pretty sure those are screenshots that were provided by Square Enix to these people to use so that they don't use their own, right? Because they wanted to use the most optimized, the prettiest screenshots for people to see, right? To get the best impression. Anyway, and is that they're all like really sparkly, like it's all screenshots of special effects and lighting and stuff, and it's just not just, you know, looking at the landscape or anything like that, which I'm more into. That gives me a better impression of the game because I'm an explorer at heart. All the sparkles, I usually turn that stuff down anyway, often to improve my performance or just because it's just too much, especially if you're in a group and stuff. It's like sparkles here, sparkles there, oh my god. So I don't know if you even have the option of turning that off right now or not, but I don't think so. I don't know. And yeah, but usually in like in EverQuest 2 I would turn that way down. But anyway, the other thing too is that the combat is a lot faster than in 1.0, and it's a lot, you know, things go down, monsters go down a lot faster, so that's good, unless you like the slower things. But I remember that was one of the things that people really didn't like about the original version, so they changed that. The combat is a little different, it's switched up, changed, things are a little bit more fluid than before. Some people were saying they didn't really like the animation that much, but so the animations are a little different too. There is that. What else was there? Oh, the environments again. They said that there a lot more detail were added to areas. Areas were completely revamped. Even like the city of, well, we haven't seen Alda yet, but I imagine because they did say that Limsa, Lominsa, and Gridania were the two city-states that were the most changed, that they put the most work in because they were hit by the meteors and meteor fragments, whatever. And that Bahamut basically nuked, and Alda hadn't really been touched by Bahamut's wrath, so it was kind of pretty much the same. However, I'm expecting it that there's still added stuff to it, right, to make it look like it's 5 years in the future, and when you go out into the combat areas, the explorable areas and stuff, all the basement holds and all that, and all the camps, like the miners' camps and the lumber mill and that kind of stuff, that's been expanded, and it's just a lot more detail to it. It feels a lot more alive, so I'm really excited about that. And basically the game world is not so freaking empty anymore. There's more going on, more NPCs, more buildings and things like that, and different environments, trees that are different and stuff. It's not copy paste is what people were all like, oh my god, everything's copied and pasted. So it's not like that anymore. The downside is that we do have loading screens now. That's really the only downside. So it's not open anymore everywhere. So, but that's kind of the price that we had to pay in order to have areas that are really, really different from each other, right? So there's that. What else was said? Blah, 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 blah. I'm just gonna go and click on stuff. Yeah. Sorry. I know there was another good article I wanted to talk about. Where is it? This one, The Secrets of Eorzea. So this is a new fan site, I think. I don't, it's in 3 languages. It's in English, French, and what the hell did it go? English, Spanish, English, and French. Yes, it's like 3 different languages. So it's catering to 3 different, you know, groups of people basically. And let me just, oh, what? That's the Twitter. God damn it. Sorry, I'm trying to click on their article link, and I'm not finding it for some stupid reason. Why do I keep clicking on wrong things? Cindy, get your act together. Okay, is that it? Oh, honestly. This post. No. Oh, that's a Twitter contest. That's why it keeps going to the Twitter. Okay, no, I want your article. No? Oh, there it is! Took me a long time. Anyway, they have a lot of really interesting screenshots. Also, there has been a whole bunch of new screenshots from Gamerscape posted today. So on the official site, just, you know, beta screenshots that we haven't seen. So that's pretty cool. Okay, these are all basically, so this is on secrets-eorzea.com and under news. And it's got like different people's perspective on it, and then there are in different languages. So if you know French, you read the French version and stuff. There's like 2 French people there, 1 Spanish person, so it's pretty cool. People say it's, you know, it's beautiful. Oh, fate. Yes. Okay. So let's talk about fates. Oh, it's an acronym for I forget what's an acronym for, but I always forget acronyms. But anyway, fates are basically a lot like Warhammer, public quests in Warhammer, and quests in Guild Wars 2, and just general quests where everybody can just go in there and fight monsters and accomplish different goals and stuff like that. So far, I think this was on Gamebreaker, so far the Leave Quest and the Fates are pretty straightforward. It's just, you know, grab stuff, you kill monsters, grab your reward kind of thing, fetch quests, whatever. That's pretty much what they are at this moment. And then the fates are like monsters appearing, and then you get notification, and then you all go there. It's a lot like Guild Wars 2. So, which I'm really excited about, because as much as I love Guild Wars 2, I'd rather play that gameplay in like Final Fantasy. So, and I love that Final Fantasy is kind of expanding a little bit and trying new things from different games. So it's, you know, a lot of people are saying in the comments that it's a lot like World of Warcraft now, the game, and I don't think that's entirely true, because it takes from other games as well. It's kind of mix matching everything. That's pretty much a Realm Reborn. It's like a big melting pot of different stuff from different mechanics in a Final Fantasy 14 package. I think we've said that on Voices of the Ascended podcast, which is every Sunday. So watch for that on Google Hangouts and stuff. And I will also link to Destinova's channel so you guys can find it on YouTube here. But yeah, so anyway, that's basically the stuff that's going on for 14. For the beta phase 1 and 2 is really about testing mechanics. And then the next phase, beta 3, the NDA will be lifted, I believe. That's the rumor anyway around the campfire, is that there won't be any NDA, so I will be able to make videos and post screenshots, stuff like that. So I foresee a lot of Final Fantasy 14 playing in my future on my Twitch, which is Cindy LM. So do check out my Twitch, where I have my live chats, and probably will be twitching more whenever that NDA is lifted. And whenever I think about it, really, I'll just Twitch some random stuff that I'm playing. So yeah, anyway, back to Final Fantasy 14 there. Yeah, so, and then phase 4, I believe, is open beta, and then like there'll be a flood of people that can come in. And phase 3, if you've ever bought the game, I believe you're let in. So does that mean, this does not matter if you're legacy or not or whatever. If you bought the game, I believe they'll let you in, I think. So phase 3 should be pretty big. They are opening up Alda and Limsa Lominsa, I believe, for testing. So it's more about content testing in the upcoming phase. And then we'll all be able to share what we think about the game, which will be very, very cool. Alright, so that was the roundup for the community. Do check out Gamer Escape podcast. They had recently a question and answer podcast about the beta, the phase 1 and 2. I have not heard it yet, but I'm definitely going to listen to it as soon as I can. I'm going to download it on my phone even or something, because it needs to be, I need to listen to that and see what people were asking, and maybe I can do another Moogle speak about that, what people were saying, and then Also check out the Mog vlog, also on Gamer Escape with Dr. Mog and FusionX, and they have lore. They talk about lore. They talk about what's coming up in A Realm Reborn, what they think, and all that. And there are excellent, excellent videos. So I do really recommend that you guys check those out. And then Elliot on Massively is a very good writer. Jewel Shockers from G-Man has Abriel. He's done, he's been such a huge fan, and he's always has awesome things to say about A Realm Reborn. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 in general. So check those things out. And then that's basically like the major things I can think of. Oh, there's also, I cannot say those names, but there's another podcast, Sensuzukin. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys. But they have a pretty good blog as well and podcast. And yeah, I'll tell you about their first impressions. And their podcast is really, really entertaining if you want to listen to it. So I will post those links in the comment section as well, so you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so next part of this video is video response actually to Ken's. Ken's Crazy Gaming. He made a video about his plans for A Realm Reborn. And I thought that was a good idea, and it was another reason why I decided to do Moogle Speak. It was another motivator, I guess I could say, giving me some ideas. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I should totally do that. So I'm going to do that. My plans for Realm Reborn, basically what I have coming into the game is a level 50 Conjurer. She's got, I think my thaumaturge is 25, approaching 30. And then I think I was leveling Archer. Yeah, Archer. So I could unlock Bard, which is probably the only like advanced job that I'm interested in unlocking right now, and possibly White Mage too. So I think White Mage I have to level Lancer for some weird ass reason. Or Gladiator? No, I think it's Lancer. Whatever. But yeah, so I think White Mage and Bard are the only two jobs I want to unlock. So I gotta level up my sub-jobs, I guess, so I can unlock those. So that's what I'm going to be working first in A Realm Reborn, I believe, is just kind of level up my secondary classes so I can unlock jobs. And then we'll see if people can help me with my relics and all that. And then also definitely be checking out the new content. I'm really curious to find out what the story is going to be like, because there is going to be a story that will be different, be divergent from entirely new player. Like if you're making a new character and you go into Realm Reborn, you're going to start your own unique storyline. And people that import their characters, their old characters from 1.0 will have a different start than you do. So I'm really curious what that's going to be like. So that's definitely the first thing I'm going to check out too, and work to see how far I can go through the storyline before I have to concentrate on leveling my secondary classes. And then I think I'm going to level my cooking class as well too. I love into cooking. Also, the exciting thing about A Realm Reborn is all the recipes and all that are supposedly, have been updated into the UI now, so you actually can be able to see all your recipes. We were able to do that in 1.0, but I'm hoping that it's a lot more fluid, a lot more, better to keep track of things. And the site too has the official site should have more information, wiki stuff now, and that will be really good. Not that there's other people that do like really good wiki sites as well. I'm thinking of one right now, which is the Mog something. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I changed my browser, so all my links are gone. But anyway, so that's what I'll be doing as well. My character is a Moonkeeper Mikote, which I'm not changing. I may be changing my name if I can. I'm definitely changing servers because my main is on a different server than my link shell is. And that happened because I started to play before that link shell was created. And then after it was created, I was watching... what's his name? Sambo's Let's Play videos on his YouTube channel, which I have linked on my channel. So check that out. He's got Let's Plays on all kinds of different massively multiplayer games. Anyway, Final Fantasy 14 is one of them. And then for a while I was just watching his videos, and then I just wanted to play with those guys. And I made a new character, but then I don't have the time or the energy to remake a whole new character with everything that I had on my old one. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait till Realm Reborn and then transfer my first ever character to play with the Distant Worldling shelf. That's what I'm gonna do. And I do believe in beta phase 3 or 4, or whenever they allow our old characters to come. I think it's an open beta. We'll be able to change the transfer. They said that the server transfers are supposed to be similar to what they did before when they had the server merges. Hopefully it's done better, because I wasn't too impressed on how that was. I couldn't go to the server I wanted to, so because by the time I got to it, which was like early in the morning that it was announced, the server that I wanted to go to was already full. So I hope that does not happen, because I definitely do want to go on Massimo or whatever it's going to be changed. Also, I believe the old server names are going to be changed. Basically everybody's being imported to different servers, like brand new servers. Some of them, if you want, the reason why they're allowing us to change is because they're opening international servers. Well, they're keeping the international servers and they're opening regional servers. So if you want to play a North American server, you can. If you want to play on just a European server, you can, and so forth, right? An Asian server. But I know that Distant World is staying on their international server. They're not moving. So whatever server that they're on, that's where I'm going to move to. But that, yeah. And then they said that they might allow us to change our names. So I will also change her name. So I'll be doing that. And then what else would I be doing in A Realm Reborn? Checking out Fates. I'm going to be like Fate playing so much. I love that in EverQuest 2. I love it in Defiance, and just going in and you know, tag people, whatever. It's kind of like tag. And then just, you know, helping people defeat these huge monsters or obstacles or whatever. That's so much fun. So, and the leave quests, curious to see what the leave quests are like now. On Game Breaker article, they were saying it wasn't too impressive, but and then I think Future Next was saying that there's a lot more fluid. They're everywhere now. They don't have to pick up your leave quests at the crystal anymore. You can actually, I think it just pops up or something.